All right, this is Oakwood Cemetery. Just to prove it to you, there's some tombstones and loving memory benches. Oh, nice. I don't know. I guess if you had to go, um, it's a pretty peaceful place to rest. I don't know. So I know a number of people have very scary ideas of cemeteries. I remember there was one person. Just full disclosure, I was a full-time member of a church. Actually, you would probably know it as a missionary, and I was sent to a few states, and I guess the main one they had me working at was Nebraska, and they actually had me leading up the team. I couldn't believe that they would do that, but I remember one of the people that was a member of my team, a very bold lady. Matter of fact, she's actually a Facebook friend of mine, but she would always lead in the front. She was Korean. She always had her chest out, hold on a second, let me rephrase that. She always, you know what I mean, right? Just, she would just stick it out very boldly, her chest, but not, yeah, anyway, you know what I mean. And she'd always walk in the front. She was very confident. And I remember one day we were in Omaha, Nebraska, and we went to some place, and this lady started. Another thing about South Koreans, they tend to be very expressive. They don't hold much back. And so she was like, oh, and she always did this with an operatic voice. I couldn't figure out what. Anyway, and she ran. Well, I was trying to figure out what she was running over about. And it turned out that the reason why she was running um, was because there was I think this was a hall, a church hall, or maybe even well, I'm not sure. I think it was a church hall. And I guess if you look at the because it was etched, and if you looked at the etched title of the building, you would think it would have said funeral hall. Well, actually, it just said Hummel Hall, and I had to plead with the lady to come back. Um, it didn't have anything to do with a funeral. It had everything to do. It was just Hummel Hall. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, this is a pretty nice place. I would recommend visiting it. It's a little controversial because of the fact that it houses Confederate soldiers. In fact, I guess they try to keep it secret because if you look at the flag, you might think, well, at least they don't have a Confederate flag over it. Well, they actually have the original Confederate flag. It has 7 stars in this case, so actually, technically, doesn't actually represent North Carolina. But nobody wants to have too much of a hassle, with the resting of their loved ones. Um, there's many more, people who are here that are not part of the cemetery. I mean, not, excuse me, that's a stupid thing to say. That are not part, if you will, of the, of the Civil War. Weren't fighting in the Confederacy. A number of prominent North Carolina families. I believe actually there's one person that's here that I'm going to be trying to write a paper on. See if I can present it at the North Carolina um, Association of Historians meeting next year. Hopefully we'll find out when that happens. Um, anyway, hey, I appreciate it. Any time that you spent watching this. But anyway, take care. Like I said, it's a peaceful place. I've seen people jogging here and walking here. Chilling the music and you know beautiful cedar trees. You got yourself some holly berries. Your your crepe myrtles. Oh, that's a little too close. But anyway, um, yeah, that's all. I'm just shooting the breeze. Take care.